Lesson 1: Making Friends.
Making friends can sometimes be a daunting task, especially for the shy among us.
I understand that completely. I used to be very shy and would not approach someone that I did not know.
It can be challenging, but taking small steps can really help.
Yes, I learned that starting with a simple greeting can break the ice.
Absolutely. A friendly smile can go a long way in making someone feel welcome.
I have found that shared interests often make it easier to connect with others.
That is a great point. Finding common ground can build strong friendships.
I am so glad we are friends, it makes all the difference.
Me too. Here is to making more wonderful connections together.
Lesson 2: Cooking Essentials.
Of course, where are the onions and garlic?
They are in the pantry, right next to the spices.
Ah, I remember now. Those ingredients are essential for almost any savory dish.
Indeed. They add such depth of flavor. What are you planning to cook?
I am thinking of making a delicious pasta sauce.
That sounds delightful. A good sauce can elevate a simple meal to something extraordinary.
I agree. Do you have any secret ingredients that you would recommend?
A pinch of red pepper flakes can really enhance the sauce's flavor.
That is a splendid idea. I will definitely give that a try.
Lesson 3: Budgeting Basics.
As we discuss financial planning, I believe it is crucial to manage expenses effectively.
Absolutely. Budgeting can really help in achieving financial stability.
What strategies do you suggest for managing expenses?
I always recommend tracking your spending to identify areas where you can cut back.
That is a practical approach. It is easy to overlook small expenses that add up over time.
Yes, every little bit counts. Have you ever tried using budgeting apps?
I have not, but I have heard they can be very helpful.
They can provide insights into your spending habits, which is quite beneficial.
I shall definitely look into that. Effective budgeting can lead to a more secure future.
Lesson 4: Self-introduction skills.
I believe a strong self introduction should work well in any setting.
Absolutely. It sets the tone for your interactions. What elements do you think are essential?
I think starting with your name and a brief background is key.
Yes, and mentioning your interests can also engage your audience.
Got it. What about starting a conversation after the introduction?
You might consider asking open-ended questions to keep the dialogue flowing.
That is a fantastic idea. It encourages others to share as well.
Exactly. An engaging conversation is a two-way street.
I look forward to practicing my self introduction skills.
Lesson 5, Appreciating English Learning.
Thank you, sir, for sharing the best speech on learning English speaking skills.
It was indeed an enlightening presentation. What stood out to you the most?
I found the emphasis on practice to be particularly inspiring.
Absolutely. Regular practice is essential for developing fluency.
I also appreciated the tips on expanding vocabulary through reading.
Yes, reading introduces us to new words and context, which is incredibly helpful.
I am excited to implement these techniques in my learning journey.
Me too. Mastering a language opens so many doors for communication.
Indeed. I look forward to sharing what I learn with others.
Lesson 6, Becoming a Nurse.
At the age of 24, she had decided to become a nurse.
That is quite admirable. How did one become a nurse at that age?
It typically involves extensive education and training, does it not?
Yes, nursing programs require both academic coursework and hands-on experience.
I wonder what inspired her to pursue such a noble profession.
It could have been a personal experience or a desire to help others.
That makes sense. Nursing is a field that demands compassion and dedication.
Absolutely. I have great respect for those who choose this path.
I believe it is a career that can be incredibly rewarding.
Lesson 7, My Yard Features.
In my yard, there is a lovely lawn and a vibrant garden.
That sounds delightful. Do you have a sidewalk that leads to the garden?
Yes, there is a charming sidewalk that guides visitors through the greenery.
It must be a beautiful sight, especially during blooming seasons.
Indeed. I love spending time outdoors, tending to the plants.
Gardening can be a therapeutic activity, cannot it?
Absolutely. It allows one to connect with nature and enjoy some quiet time.
What types of plants do you have in your garden?
I have a mix of flowers and vegetables, they complement each other nicely.
Lesson 8, The Joy of Accomplishment.
I feel accomplished and happy knowing that my efforts paid off.
That is wonderful to hear. What achievements are you particularly proud of?
I recently completed a challenging project that required a lot of dedication.
Congratulations! Your hard work has clearly paid off.
I am excited about the future and what I can achieve next.
That enthusiasm is contagious. It is important to celebrate our successes.
Indeed. It fuels our motivation to set and reach new goals.
I look forward to hearing about your future endeavors.
Thank you. I hope to inspire others along the way.
Lesson 9, Grocery Shopping Plans.
That is a good point. Let us go to the grocery store this time then.
I am glad you agree. It is always fun to shop for fresh ingredients together.
What do you have in mind for our shopping list?
I would love to pick up some fresh fruits and vegetables for our meals.
That sounds delightful. Seasonal produce is always the best choice.
Absolutely. It is not only fresher but also more flavorful.
We should also consider what recipes we would like to try this week.
Yes, planning ahead makes the shopping experience much easier.
I am looking forward to our grocery adventure.
Lesson 10: Fireworks Fun.
While there are other ways to celebrate, the fireworks are the best.
I completely agree. Fireworks add a magical touch to any event.
Have you ever considered buying fireworks to use for your own celebration?
I have thought about it. They can really create a memorable experience.
Just imagine the colors lighting up the night sky.
Yes, it would be breathtaking. Safety is crucial, though, when handling fireworks.
Certainly. Following safety precautions is essential for everyone's enjoyment.
I believe it is important to find a good location for viewing them as well.
Absolutely. A clear view enhances the entire experience.
Lesson 11: Adapting Business Strategies.
I wonder how this will impact our business as we move forward.
It is crucial to adapt our strategies to cater to changing market conditions.
Exactly. Flexibility is key in maintaining a competitive edge.
Have you thought about specific changes we should implement?
I believe we should focus on enhancing customer engagement through digital platforms.
That sounds like a promising approach. Online interaction can boost brand loyalty.
Additionally, analyzing customer feedback can guide our adjustments.
Absolutely. Listening to our customers is vital for success.
I am excited about the potential improvements we can make.
Lesson 12: Suggestions to Management.
It makes sense to discuss this matter further and suggest it to our management team. They need to know.
I completely agree. It is vital that they understand the potential benefits of our proposal.
After all, informed decisions lead to more effective outcomes, do they not?
Absolutely. I believe our insights could significantly impact their strategy moving forward.
Have you considered how we might present this information to them?
I think a clear and concise presentation would be most effective, highlighting key points.
That sounds like a solid plan. Visual aids could also help emphasize our suggestions.
Yes, and perhaps we could include examples of similar successful initiatives from other companies.
Excellent idea. Real world examples often resonate well with decision makers.
Lesson 13: Ticket Costs.
How much will the tickets cost for the upcoming event?
The total will be $20 for each ticket, which seems quite reasonable.
That is indeed a fair price. It is nice to have affordable options for entertainment.
I agree. A good experience does not always need to come with a hefty price tag.
Have you decided how many tickets we should purchase?
I think we should buy a couple, perhaps to enjoy the event together.
That sounds perfect. I am looking forward to it already.
Me too. It is always more fun to share experiences with friends.
I cannot wait for the event, it is bound to be a great time.
Lesson 14, New Hobbies.
Hey, how are you doing today? I heard you started a new hobby recently.
I am doing well, thank you. Yes, I have taken up painting, and it has been quite enjoyable.
That sounds fantastic. What inspired you to start painting?
I wanted to explore my creative side, and painting seemed like the perfect outlet.
I admire that. Creativity can be such a fulfilling pursuit.
It truly is. I find it relaxing to express myself through colors and strokes.
Have you created any pieces that you are particularly proud of?
Yes, I just finished a landscape that I believe turned out beautifully.
I would love to see it. Perhaps you could show me your artwork sometime.
Lesson 15, Beach Visit.
Would you like to go for a trip to the nearby beach this weekend?
I would love to. Visiting the beach sounds like a perfect way to unwind.
Exactly. The sound of the waves and the feel of the sand is always refreshing.
Plus, we could enjoy some delicious snacks and perhaps play beach volleyball.
That is a brilliant idea. I can already envision us having fun in the sun.
Do you think we should pack a picnic?
Absolutely. A picnic would make the day even more delightful.
I will bring a cooler with drinks and snacks if you handle the sandwiches.
Sounds like a plan. I am looking forward to our beach adventure.
Lesson 16, Online Interactions.
In today's digital world, interactions can be quite tricky.
I completely agree. It is so easy to misinterpret messages online since we cannot see facial expressions.
Yes, the absence of nonverbal cues can lead to misunderstandings.
I have experienced that myself. A simple message can be taken the wrong way.
Exactly. Emoticons can help, but they do not always convey the intended tone.
I have found that adding a friendly greeting can set a positive tone for conversations.
That is an excellent strategy. It helps to establish goodwill from the beginning.
Communication is essential, especially in our increasingly digital lives.
Indeed, let us strive to be clear and kind in our online interactions.
Lesson 17, The Acting Company.
Have you heard about the local acting company? Many of its actors have become internationally known.
Yes, I have read about them. Their performances are truly impressive.
It is remarkable how a small company can produce talent that gains global recognition.
Absolutely. It speaks volumes about their dedication and professionalism.
Have you attended any of their performances?
I have, and each show has been a delightful experience.
That is wonderful. I would love to see one of their productions soon.
We should definitely plan to go together. It would be a memorable night out.
I look forward to it. Supporting local talent is always a great idea.
Lesson 18, Visa Ventures.
I have been contemplating my upcoming trip, and I realized I must secure a tourist visa before I embark on this adventure.
That certainly sounds essential. How long are you planning to stay once you arrive at your destination?
I am hoping to spend approximately 2 weeks exploring the sites and immersing myself in the local culture.
2 weeks sounds like a wonderful duration. Have you already begun the process of gathering the necessary documents for your visa application?
Yes, I have collected most of the required paperwork, but I still need to finalize my travel itinerary.
It is crucial to have a well-thought-out itinerary. Are there specific attractions you are particularly excited to visit?
Absolutely. I am particularly eager to visit the historical landmarks and sample the local cuisine.
Those experiences will surely enhance your journey. Have you considered how you will manage your accommodations during your stay?
I believe that booking a hotel in advance would be prudent, especially during peak tourist seasons.
Lesson 19, Capturing Moments.
This view is absolutely mesmerizing. I wish we could capture this moment forever.
It truly is breathtaking. Perhaps we can take some pictures to remember this spectacular scenery.
That is an excellent idea. I believe photographs will serve as wonderful mementos of our adventure.
Yes, they will remind us of the joy we experienced during this trip. Shall I take the first picture?
Please do. I will pose dramatically as if I am a famous explorer discovering new lands.
I look forward to seeing that pose. Now, let me capture your explorer spirit.
I hope I do not look too silly in the photos.
Silly is charming, it adds character to the memories we create.
You make a valid point. Let us take more pictures, so we can document every delightful moment.
Lesson 20, Career Aspirations.
I am curious to know if you have any particular area of study you are leaning towards for your future career.
I am indeed considering child psychology as my field of specialization.
That sounds incredibly rewarding. What inspired you to choose that particular path?
I have always been fascinated by the way children think and develop. Understanding their minds seems both challenging and fulfilling.
I can see how that would be an intriguing field. What aspects of child psychology do you find most interesting?
I am particularly drawn to the influence of early childhood experiences on later behavior and development.
That is a critical area of study. It must be fascinating to explore how those experiences shape individuals.
Indeed, I believe that by helping children, I can make a positive impact on their lives and future.
Your passion for making a difference is truly admirable. Have you considered how you will prepare for this career?
Lesson 21: Hiking Adventures.
That sounds fun. I have not been hiking in a while, and I would love to join you on your next adventure.
I would be delighted to have your company. Hiking is much more enjoyable with a friend.
I completely agree. What trails do you have in mind for our excursion?
I was thinking about exploring the scenic routes in the nearby national park. The views are simply stunning.
That sounds perfect. I can already imagine the beautiful landscapes we will encounter.
Yes, and it will be an excellent opportunity for us to reconnect with nature.
I hope you have been keeping up with your hiking skills. I may need to borrow some of your stamina.
Not to worry. I will ensure we take breaks to enjoy the scenery and catch our breath.
That is a fantastic plan. I cannot wait to embark on this adventure with you.
Lesson 22: Grocery Shopping.
Where do you usually go to buy groceries? I am always curious about others' shopping habits.
I tend to go to the supermarket near my house, as it offers a wide variety of products.
That is convenient. Do you have a specific day of the week when you prefer to do your shopping?
I usually go on Sundays, as it allows me to prepare for the week ahead.
Sundays sound like a great choice. Do you enjoy the experience of grocery shopping?
I find it quite enjoyable, especially when I discover new products or ingredients to try out.
That is a delightful perspective. I often see shopping as a chore, but you make it sound more appealing.
It is all about mindset. I choose to view it as an adventure in culinary exploration.
I admire that attitude. Perhaps I should join you one day for a grocery shopping adventure.
Lesson 23: Athletic Recognition.
The real purpose of the recent event was to direct attention towards individual athletes and coaches, rather than the government.
That is an interesting approach. It seems essential to recognize the hard work of those directly involved in sports.
Absolutely. Athletes often dedicate their lives to training, and they deserve the spotlight.
It is refreshing to see a shift in focus toward those whose efforts create the magic we witness in sports.
I completely agree. Celebrating individual achievements can inspire future generations of athletes.
Indeed, it encourages young people to pursue their passions with determination and resilience.
Do you believe this change will have a significant impact on the sports community?
I hope so. Highlighting individual contributions can foster a sense of pride and motivation among athletes.
Let us continue to support and celebrate those who inspire us through their dedication and talent.
Lesson 24: Networking Nonsense.
It is rather amusing to consider how I accidentally found myself amidst a gathering of executives from various industries.
That sounds intriguing. What was the gathering about, if I may inquire?
It was essentially a networking event, albeit I had not anticipated the level of charisma these executives would possess.
Charisma, you say? Did they charm you into a business deal, or was it merely an exchange of pleasantries?
Well, I would say it was a combination of both, but I certainly felt like a fish out of water.
A fish out of water? I suppose they were all swimming in the deep end of corporate success.
Precisely. I was floundering while they were gliding through conversations about mergers and acquisitions.
How very entertaining. Did you manage to contribute anything meaningful to the discussions?
I attempted to share my thoughts on innovation, but I fear it was overshadowed by their impressive jargon.
Lesson 25: European Escapades.
I have been contemplating embarking on a European adventure, quite the enticing prospect, is it not?
An adventure in Europe sounds delightful. What destinations are you considering?
I am torn between the historic charm of Rome and the romantic allure of Paris.
Both cities have their unique charms. Are you leaning towards one more than the other?
While I adore Rome's history, I must admit that the idea of strolling along the Seine is quite tempting.
A leisurely stroll sounds wonderful. Have you ever tasted authentic French cuisine?
I have not, but I can only imagine the delectable delights awaiting me.
You must try a croissant fresh from a local bakery. It is an experience worth savoring.
I will make it a priority. Are there any hidden gems you would recommend in Europe?
Lesson 26: South American Suggestions.
I have yet to finalize my travel plans. What would you suggest for a trip to South America?
South America offers a plethora of options, depending on what you seek: adventure, culture, or relaxation.
I am leaning towards a mix of all three, if that is feasible.
Absolutely. You could start in Brazil for its vibrant culture and stunning landscapes.
Brazil sounds enticing. What about the weather? I prefer pleasant climates for my travels.
The weather is generally delightful, especially during the dry season from May to September.
That aligns perfectly with my schedule. What about activities?
You must explore the Amazon rainforest. It is an adventure like no other.
The Amazon? That certainly sounds exhilarating. What else do you recommend?
Lesson 27: Ghostly Revelations.
Have you ever pondered the ghosts from one's past, present, and future?
Ghosts, you say? That sounds quite existential. What prompted this reflection?
It seems I have been haunted by memories that remind me of my past decisions.
Ah, the ghosts of our past can be quite persistent. Have they imparted any wisdom upon you?
Indeed. They have shown me how my choices have shaped my current circumstances.
That is quite profound. It is important to understand our past to navigate our future effectively.
Absolutely. The future feels daunting when one has not reconciled their past.
Perhaps you should embrace these ghosts, they may guide you toward a better path ahead.
That is a comforting thought. I suppose they serve as reminders of lessons learned.
Lesson 28: Healthy Choices.
I have recently come to the realization that I should incorporate healthier foods into my meals.
That is a commendable decision. What inspired this shift in your eating habits?
I suppose I became tired of feeling sluggish and decided it was time for a change.
A wise decision indeed. Have you considered which healthy foods you would like to try?
I am thinking of experimenting with more fruits and vegetables, perhaps even some quinoa.
Quinoa is an excellent choice. It is both nutritious and versatile.
I have heard it is quite filling. What are your favorite healthy recipes?
I enjoy preparing a vibrant salad with mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, and a citrus vinaigrette.
That sounds refreshing. I shall have to give that a try.
Lesson 29: The Nature of Friendship.
Have you ever wondered why certain individuals become your good friends?
That is an intriguing question. I believe it often comes down to shared interests and mutual understanding.
Indeed. It is fascinating how some connections develop effortlessly while others require effort.
Some friendships feel like they were meant to be, while others take time to cultivate.
I agree. What qualities do you think are essential for a lasting friendship?
Trust is paramount, along with the ability to communicate openly and honestly.
Trust and communication, those are certainly the foundations of any strong relationship.
Additionally, a sense of humor can work wonders in solidifying those bonds.
Humor, indeed. It adds a layer of joy that can make even mundane moments memorable.
Lesson 30: Internships and Insights.
I am currently studying business and gaining hands-on experience through internships.
That sounds fantastic. Internships can provide invaluable insights into the professional world.
Indeed. I have learned so much about corporate dynamics and teamwork during this time.
That is wonderful. What specific skills have you developed through these internships?
I have improved my communication skills and learned how to manage projects effectively.
Those are crucial skills in any field. Have you encountered any challenges along the way?
Absolutely. Navigating office politics can be quite tricky for someone new to the environment.
I can imagine. Learning to balance professionalism with authenticity is a delicate act.
It truly is. However, I find it rewarding to tackle these challenges head on.